CNN decided to organize a biased town hall session for the former president Donald Trump, and the whole thing massively backfired on CNN. What a beautiful week, guys. Donald J. Trump did this town hall session in America, and CNN organized it. They even had Caitlin Collins, who was absolutely an embarrassment as a host and as an interviewer, whatever her role was supposed to be, because that's the main question. Are we actually going to have the town hall sessions like what they used to be, where you have like a president or someone standing in the middle of on the floor, and you have the audience, you got the public, they can ask them questions. That's it. And you've got the moderator, the host, essentially, just to be there to say, okay, you can ask the next question, you can ask the next question. Caitlin Collins decided to become a very extremely biased interviewer and actually ask him very weird questions and not really listening to what he has to say. First trap was about the 6th of January, what happened at that time. And she was asking Trump, why was it that you didn't try to stop it? And Trump had some evidence. Let's go to the 6th of January.
Breaking into the Capitol, smashing windows, injuring police officers. Why did it take you 3 hours to tell them to go home?
I don't believe it did. Oh, let me pull it out. I have to pull it out.
Got the evidence.
So if you look at on January 5th, the day before, I said, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful.
That's what he said the day before and also on the same day. But there's a big but.
Stay peaceful. This was the day before, and this was in the form of Twitter. Now use Truth Social. I think it's far superior, okay? I hope
what?
Everybody's on. I hope everybody's on Truth. If you look January 6th, this is before 2:30. I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. This is...
Again, he said the same.
Right after, as it was happening. But what happened is they took it down.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think they took it down because it was so good. They didn't like it being up there.
They took it down because it was so good. Now, there were also other hilarious moments during that session. One of them was about the debt ceiling in America and how Trump has been attacking Joe Biden. Again, in this situation, Caitlin Collins thought that she could do gotcha journalism. Massively backfired.
Country is being destroyed by stupid people, by very stupid people.
You once said that using the debt ceiling as a negotiating wedge just could not happen. You said that when you were in the Oval Office.
That's when I was president.
So why is it different now that you're out of office?
Because now I'm not president.
There you go, it's hilarious. And we also then, every time she was asking him a question, and every time he tried to answer a question, she kept interrupting, and then kept asking the same question over and over again, which is extremely annoying, but also shows how nasty you can be as an interviewer. But someone like Trump actually calls you out if you do that.
I think is why you held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's the answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
He calls it out straight ahead. And the issue with this was that we got so many funny moments in that, during that. It turned out to become an interview instead of an actual town hall meeting where the public were asking questions. The public did ask some questions, but CNN thought they could still win this afterwards. They got their focus group. They love their focus group. And they got them all together from the audience, and they thought if they get them all to sit down, they could basically get all these anti-Trump people to say bad things. That one also massively backfired on CNN. Watch this.
Does it bother you that he keeps talking about 2020 and not 2024? I'll ask you first. This is Jonathan Leslie. He's 40, Republican, voted for Trump twice. How do you feel about those lies?
So I feel like part of it's also the media narrative, as you guys asked him the first question at the town hall about the 2020 election, rather than current stuff.
So don't you think he could say it's time for me to start talking about 2024 and not lies that aren't true?
Couldn't the media ask him a question about 2024?
Well, there were questions, but you're right, that was the first thing, but that's something that was on our mind. And that's why I was out.
That's so embarrassing. You realize, oh, that backfired massively. Yeah, we did start with asking questions about 2020. You guys are still obsessed with the past. He thought he could do a gotcha and ask that guy saying, why is Trump always talking about 2020? Because you keep asking him questions about 2020. What do you wonder? You wonder why he's still defending himself. We actually had also the Republican congressman from Florida, Brian Donalds, who also destroyed the rest of the CNN panel on the same issue because he said this whole session was supposed to be a town hall session.
But a couple of things. First of all, town halls are for the voters, not for the press, not for the person who's the moderator. Caitlin spent more time interjecting her own viewpoints or her own views on the situation.
Excuse me, those are actually facts now.
Now, are you guys not going to interject your views on here, or do I get a chance to speak now?
If you're speaking falsely, those were facts.
The town hall is for the president to speak to the voters of New Hampshire, not for this back and forth with media. That's number one. Hold on, that's number one.
Clearly, Anderson Cooper doesn't want to hear the truth because what Brian Donalds was talking about was saying, but fundamentally the whole session was flawed. But what Anderson Cooper was focusing on was saying, but she was asking the right questions. These were facts. But that's not the point. The whole point was, why did she become the interviewer in that session? And in fact, even the questions that she was asking, it wasn't even truthful anyway. And he was answering the questions. Trump was answering the questions, but apparently it wasn't enough for Caitlin Collins or Anderson Cooper or the executive in the ivory towers of CNN. Well, the whole thing backfired. You're now going to help Trump rise in the opinion polls again and the approval ratings. So well done, CNN. You're just about to make him president once again. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.